Our thanks to Chris May for that update with his usual flair, force of nature. And now we're live with the Drive Show. Suzanne Leonard, Rachel Schutzen standing by with a look at your road. She's just getting the 400 series under control, at least the information. And whether she can whip them into shape is another matter. Temperatures right now, temperatures and wind chills as we look towards this evening. It's going to be another cold night. We were a little warmer, a little less frigid this morning than we had originally thought in the GTA, simply because of cloud cover. So we only got down to about minus 13. Up north, like Timmins, it was in the minus 30s. In Muskoka, Georgian Bay, the minus 20 range. Tomorrow morning, okay, minus teens. A cold start, but look at the afternoon. Still sub-zero, but much closer to normal. And Thursday, warmer still. So that, Natalie, is going to encourage a lot of people to spend more time outdoors.
Or two, so stay with us, but for now, back into the studio.
Thanks very much, Natalie. Speaking of ice, icy conditions, Atlanta, Georgia, world's busiest airport. In the south, they're getting freezing rain. Hamilton this evening, just a few flurries, looking pretty comfy. There's that storm to the south. We've got a little bit of snow coming to us for Friday morning, maybe a centimeter or so, and then a little more on Sunday and possibly Family Day Monday as well. So we're or rain or freezing rain story. That's three systems, all coming up in the next week, so there's a lot to stay tuned for, plus your Valentine's Day forecast and your Family Day forecast. And what a beautiful day. Overall, you know, it hasn't been as cold as we thought originally. We're getting used to these minus 10s and minus 13s now, right? Right? Brilliant slogan, I have to say. We are winter for the Canadian team, of course, over in Sochi. One of the slogans and sayings, we are winter this year in southern Ontario. We can hold our heads high. They're big snowbanks. It's been great for kids, you know, playing in the snow, making snowmen, going tobogganing, ski hills. Toronto, Hamilton, Barrie, Oshawa, if you're heading out of the GTA for the Valentine's Day weekend, we are looking at a bump up in temperatures right in time for Friday and a dusting of snow. Not as much as we were originally thinking yesterday. Good thing it's not this storm headed our way. We are seeing not one but two rounds of significant weather for the U.S. South and South Carolina. They've already declared actually a state of emergency for the state to free up more resources because it's a complex of snow, freezing rain, and rain, and this is the first of two storm systems. So we're watching these scenarios play out in the U.S. South. That's our low coming towards us for Friday morning. It'll just be a dusting, and then Sunday, a few flurries, and then, well, for Family Day on Monday, that's when we could see, not only with the warm-up, Rachel, some messy weather, snow, we might even get some rain or freezing rain mixing in.
And, of course, if you are traveling that day for...
Taking a look at temperatures coast to coast, we are seeing a warming trend, believe it or not. I know if your eye goes to the minus 10 Toronto and minus 18, minus 29 Edmonton, Yellowknife, you're thinking, well, not just yet. But I want to draw your attention to Vancouver. Knowing that Vancouver has been sub-zero of late, it was warm enough for snow to change to rain yesterday, and all that soggy weather, really forceful storms coming on shore. They're going to push above zero temperatures into Calgary tomorrow. So take note of that minus 16. I promise I'll show you the temperature tomorrow there. And they're going to be warming up, and so are we. We're not going to be above zero just yet, but it's coming. Wednesday morning, we'll have a wind chill close to minus 20. There's Barrie, there's Toronto and Hamilton. And then Wednesday, we're a little warmer, and Thursday, we're a little warmer. Minus 3, that's about normal for this time of year. Valentine's Day, quite a present. And Natalie has some great ideas about some outdoor places you can go and enjoy now the weather's warming up.
So everyone can stay with us for that. But for now, we'll send things back inside to you.
Icy weather, plenty of snow, we are winter, to quote one of the Canadian team slogans. Coming up, systems to watch, big impact storms south of the border, travel delays, including Atlanta and Halifax. We get a little snow Friday morning. Looks like it'll only be a dusting of snow, not quite as robust as the forecast was suggesting yesterday, the models. There's Sunday, computer models picking up a few centimeters there for southern Ontario, and a bigger system coming to us for Family Day Monday. The trend suggests that there could be some warm enough air to change the snow over to rain or freezing rain. So Monday travel going to be impacted, and if you weren't looking out at the sun, seeing it looking relatively low on the horizon, if you had your back to the sun, you'd swear that it was about 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. It just seems so much brighter and stronger. And that's, of course, to do with the tilt of the earth and the power of the sun. It's hitting us more and more directly as we move towards March. Cloud cover, a little bit lingering. The satellite image, we had some cloud cover last night. Just some moisture with this light wind pattern coming off the Great Lakes. Occasionally a few flurries, just very light. But that cloud cover kept us much warmer last night. It was minus 27 in Muskoka. We only got down to about minus 13. Positively balmy. Okay, maybe not balmy, but I think you'll like this trend. If you're desperate for a break in the temperatures, -1 in the forecast for Oshawa, Toronto, and Hamilton, -2 for Barrie. That's for Valentine's Day on Friday. South of the border, big impact storm, round number 1. Blue for snow, green, rain, freezing rain in between. And then Atlanta is going to get walloped with another bigger storm tomorrow. And the track for these storms is up towards Halifax. So they've got 3 fairly significant lows in the next week for Atlantic Canada. We've got 3 weak lows coming our way. A dusting of snow for Friday morning, another dusting on Sunday. And I just want to accelerate us towards the warm up, the cool down, and then holiday Monday, Family Day. Could be some snow or maybe a mix with the temperatures rising. Rachel, how's the commute? Cold weather, plenty of evidence here. -31 in Whitehorse. You won't believe the temperature when I show you Calgary at this time tomorrow. Signs of hope. Oh, they're coming. Good to see you. 4:45. And Toronto sits at -10, and tomorrow morning will be a little colder than we were this morning. There should be less cloud cover, more clear skies, and that'll help to let the heat escape. And then Wednesday, we're up in the minus single digits, and Thursday, we're back to normal. -3, Oakville, Toronto, -5 for Barrie, and heading into the weekend. Heading into the weekend, that's the key there, into. It'll be mild for now. I'll get to your weekend and long-range forecast in a moment. Winter sport, a lot of us try to embrace it, of course. Find a hobby, helps us get through the season. If sport's not for you, winter art, which is shaped by the weather, as Natalie tells us.
Yeah, but for now, we'll send things back inside to you.
What a neat place to visit. Natalie will be along again in a second. If you missed that winter art, I want to show you the forecast. I mentioned the snow and the warm-up, a little dusting for Friday morning. Forecast model showing a bit less this time round. Saturday a break, but cold. Sunday a little snow and the potential of a bigger snowfall or freezing rain mix maybe for Family Day Monday. Temperatures then going up. We're down for the weekend, but we're up with that dusty. If you're traveling east, bound for Belleville and on to Ottawa for Winterlude, everyone could see some snow. In fact, we've got 3 rounds in the long-range forecast. And also in the long range, well, it's the Family Day holiday coming up. So lucky you if you've got a long weekend just ahead. Checking out temperatures right now, feels like -20 in Kitchener-Waterloo. A chilly night ahead for Guelph, for Milton, for Glen Eden. Know some lucky kids that are going tubing there this week. It's the best way to embrace winter, or it's the best way to get through winter, is to embrace it. We are winter. That hashtag's real popular right now with the games going on in Sochi. And why not? With the, did you see the medal count yesterday and earlier today? Canada was leading. Looking very good, and just some great stories. All right, back to the weather story. -14 for Newmarket, Sharon, -19 Barrie, feeling like -26. Yeah, it'll be a cold night tonight. Not much of a wind chill probably in the Toronto area, but I wouldn't carve that in stone. There's just a light breeze out of the west-southwest, so that keeps us a little cool. And then, can you believe, -6 Toronto and -7 for Barrie on Wednesday? And look at that, we get close to 0 by the weekend. The messy storm south of the border, snow, rain, and a mix is staying there. That's the radar right now with this storm system barreling towards Atlantic Canada. Coming our way from the west, warmer weather, a dusting of snow Friday, Sunday, and possibly for Family Day on Monday. Rachel, that's probably going to be the biggest impact long range, but you got your hands full with today's commute.
Absolutely, Suzanne, especially for those of you on the northbound 400.
Quick tour across the country these days. We are winter. And, of course, people following the games in Sochi with great pride. Canada leading the medal standings earlier on. It's a great season we're having here at home. If you like skiing or snowboarding or snowshoeing, skating outdoors. I mean, look at these temperatures. Yes, I'm putting a very decidedly positive spin on this. Personally, I'm not all that interested in -18 or -28 as an afternoon high, but be that as it may, we've got Arctic air that is starting to get scoured out. You probably saw did you see Vancouver there? 9 degrees. 9 for Vancouver. Some of that milder air is coming our way. Not for Wednesday morning. -11, -17. And then I'm sorry, you're going to have to say goodbye to this. Watch what happens Wednesday afternoon. Sorry about that. -6, -7, -5. Ooh, Thursday, warmer still. And Friday, where the forecast models are no longer showing a big snowfall potential, more like a dusting for Friday morning. That's going to be a pretty decent day. All right, I'll get to the long range, the weekend in a moment. -13, Hamilton. I think of Hamilton, I think of Ticats, great Italian food. And it's the city of waterfalls. And Natalie, wow. Beautiful. Hamilton. Yes. Keep that in mind if you're planning things for the weekend. Saturday's going to be cold. Sunday, 2 -9 daytime highs. Our little tiny bit of snow Friday morning, and then probably again for Monday. And that could be a bit more significant. But look at the temperatures. The trend, even though it goes up and down, is trending warmer than it's been. And this morning we were down in the -teens in Toronto, -20s, Ottawa, Muskoka. Beautiful St. Jacobs. Wonderful market. I believe it's open 7 days a week, if memory serves me correctly. And of course, it gets even bigger in the summertime. And lots of Mennonite history in the area. You get some wonderful handicrafts and some great food. There's -13 for Kitchener, the gateway to Elora and Elmira, and the area, Brantford and Hamilton. And the 403 and down the QE to St. Catharines. Yeah, pretty good travel-wise, but don't take it from me. The travel expert's coming up in just a second. Rachel's got your commute. She's just putting the finer touches on the forecast or her overview. As far as the forecast for temperatures is concerned, we are going up, close to 0. Look at that. Hamilton, Barrie, -2 on Friday. Not 22, -2. Big storm for the East Coast, affecting Atlanta, Georgia. Travel there. A dusting of snow Friday morning. A dusting of snow for us Sunday day, and by holiday Monday, it is a family day holiday for a number of people. This, with some warmer air, may end up being not just snow, but a mix. But notice the trend. Those are some warmer temperatures with a little colder for the weekend. Rachel, the commute right now.
Well, Suzanne,
It's not a statutory holiday, but many enjoying the break. And of course, speaking of break and campus store, spring break or reading week. It's always a funny title, isn't it? Reading Week is coming up. Great to see you. -11, the wind chill, feeling colder right now in Toronto, -17, and feeling closer to -20 outlying areas, Kitchener-Waterloo, Orangeville, the Hockley Valley area. Great place to ski, of course. Barrie and Snow Valley, -19 wind chill. A lot of sunshine today. There's a little bit of moisture trapped. And that's helped to bring us some cloud last night, slightly milder conditions than we'd forecast, if you can call -13 this morning mild. But there we are for tonight. It's not -20. It was in the -20s in Muskoka and Ottawa this morning with clear skies. And we will have clear skies and warmer conditions for the next couple of days. How does that work? Well, it has to do with the wind flow. And yes, -1 is the trend. Bang on seasonal, normal temperature for this time of year by Friday. Let's watch. Systems. East Coast, powerful storms, travel delays. The U.S. South as well. A dusting for Friday morning, a break Saturday, a dusting for Sunday. And the trend, although it goes colder, it will go a little milder with a wind shift. That's going to the end of the week. That low for holiday Monday or family day Monday could produce rather more significant snow or freezing rain mix. A little long range still to pinpoint the details, but just a heads up that we've got some active weather, Rachel, on the long range horizon.
and we've got a lot of active traffic too, Suzanne.
Started to watch Dara Howell go for gold in slopestyle, and she sure did. And I'm sure that's going to be the place to be. And there's the forecast through the weekend. Thanks for joining us. It is Tuesday, and we are counting down, of course, to a long weekend for many of you. Family Day holiday is on Monday. -12 for Toronto this evening and Oshawa, and a little colder for Barrie. But we're also counting down to a rather significant warm-up. And although these temperatures may not suggest it, it is coming. Show you tomorrow morning. -13 Toronto, -18 Barrie, still a pretty brisk wind chill in the -20s, but by the afternoon time, highs in the -5 to -7 range, and it's been some time since we've seen that. And this Thursday, even warmer. Friday, close to zero. Seasonal, normal temperatures for this time of year. Now, we do have some snow in the long-range forecast. I'll get to your weekend in just a second. The cold has been extremely good, and the snow cover as well, for protecting our gardens, killing off invasive species, raising the water table, a lot of good things. And Natalie takes us out into the beauty of nature, where there's also great things. Natalie, earlier today at Tiffany Falls in Ancaster, the city of waterfalls, Hamilton is known as. Beautiful there. Very romantic. If you're looking for plans for the weekend, Friday's Valentine's Day, just a dusting of snow in the morning. These lows are all around us, more or less breaking up. Sunday, a dusting of snow, but Monday, the higher likelihood, forecast models are suggesting that we may see some snow, possibly a freezing mix, and certainly warmer temperatures after a cool down on the weekend. There too, which is always neat. The shops, of course, and the restaurants, the cafes, they're open every day of the week. Take a little drive this coming weekend. Plan something fun as a surprise for your sweetie. Why not? Current temperatures and wind chills. It'll be warmer. Well, let me see now. It'll be warmer before the weekend and then colder on the weekend. Currently sitting at -11, -12 in Brantford and out towards Kitchener, St. Jacobs Way. Yeah, minus teens, feeling like -20. So it's still pretty brisk. And overnight tonight, temperatures cool down a few degrees further, significantly warming up though tomorrow. -6 on average in the GTA and then up to -1 on average in the GTA and Golden Horseshoe by Friday. So if you're starting a little road trip for the family day, long weekend, nice conditions on Friday. The forecast models, the latest, showing a real bruiser of a storm for Washington, D.C., Atlanta, certainly for Halifax, snow, some freezing rain south of the border. That doesn't affect us. This low forecast models show it falling apart now for Friday. So a dusting, a break Saturday, a dusting Sunday, and then the potential of a more significant low for Monday. Temperatures as well, Rachel, will be going up. Now, the commute, the longer days, that's helpful.
Yes, absolutely. I love looking at the traffic cameras in the daylight still. That's
going to take a little tour on this forecast segment. We're starting in Alma, Ontario, which is north of Guelph and Kitchener-Waterloo. We were made for this. Oh, you know what's going on, don't you? Big snowbanks and lots of cold air, and that's got lots of people in the spirit of things, including yours truly. Go Canada, go. We are winter, aren't we? So get out your mitts. And let's get on with the forecast, shall we? Ta-da! All right, let's see if I can operate this clicker with the big mitts on. This evening, the forecast is quite fun. -12 to about -16 for evening temperatures. That's a little cool. And then tomorrow morning, we'll hold to those, but we'll have wind chills -25 around Barrie, -teens in Toronto. Big warm up coming, though. Blue. Still sub-zero, which you'd expect. I mean, it's February after all, but -6s and 7s on the forecast map for Wednesday afternoon. Thursday afternoon, even warmer. And Friday, yes, I'm using the word warm, can you imagine? -1s and -2s, back to seasonal temperatures. There's a low across the prairies. My hands are warm while I'm talking about the cold weather. And it's bringing cold, snowy conditions spreading through northern regions of Ontario, but it's going to fall apart, not really bring us much active weather in the Golden Horseshoe. The U.S. South, different story altogether. Now, that U.S. low, number 2, and that's the problem. They're back-to-back lows. The next one is going to develop rather rapidly, rocket up the Atlantic seaboard towards the Atlantic provinces. So a big impact storm for our Maritimes, travel delays. We get a brief bit of snow Friday, another bit on Sunday. It's a little colder for the weekend. And then for Family Day Monday, notice the warm-up, Valentine's Day, then the cool down, and then possibly some messy weather for Monday. But put on your mitts, get out and support the team, and have a great long weekend. Coming up, Force of Nature. And campus stores, they're going to get a little quiet along with campuses because reading week, we're getting into that pattern. March break can't be far away. Great to see you. Suzanne Leonard with you. You know, the break in the recent pattern of mild, drier winters has been good for a lot of things. And I know you may be looking at this and thinking, okay, she's crazy. But this cold, it's killed off some invasive bug species. I don't expect to see a lot of Japanese beetles around this summer. This is good news. The emerald ash borer that's done such devastation to our forest. Lake levels probably going to stay a little higher because they've frozen almost solid, most but not all of the Great Lakes. Near Toronto, Lake Ontario, nowhere near half frozen, let alone 100%. And look at Timmins in the -30s this morning. And then tomorrow morning, Timmins up to -16. Still a wind chill near -30. And we're up to -11 and we'll continue to go up. So, I like it. It's weather. It's winter. It's Canada. It's February. And it's also the Winter Games. Go Canada, go. You've been watching. I know you've probably got your mitts at the ready. Should I put them on for the last bit of the forecast? Why not? Toronto, -6, -3, -1. It's going to be nice and mild, which might mean that you're not staying indoors to watch a lot of television. However, you want to do both, right? You want to get out and enjoy these slightly milder temperatures. And Friday is Valentine's Day, and there are some big storms coming up the Atlantic seaboard. They're not going to affect us. We are going to see a dusting of snow early Friday. Friday night, looking at a break. There's low pressure to our south. There's another coming in for the Sunday snowfall. And Monday, which is Family Day, look at our temperature. We're up to -3 if you're planning a little trip to do some skiing or some tobogganing somewhere. And a warmer trend as well at the end of this week with a little colder for the weekend. So now you're up to date. Hey, take some photos. The Hall, Uptown, hey, the Mill Pond and Richmond Hill looking fine for skating these days. Isn't it wonderful to be able to skate not just on an artificial outdoor rink, but on a natural rink as well, as long as the ice conditions are safe. Great to see you. We've got some active weather. Not here at home, it looks like. Still cold. Not quite as cold as we forecast originally for this morning. Cloud cover keeping us a bit insulated. Snow coming our way. Could that still be a significant snow? 10 centimeters for southern Ontario. I'll have that story for you in just a second. Heading out this evening, wind chill, still a light wind chill, feeling close to -20. Tomorrow morning, forecast temperatures with clear skies are going to be in the -18 to -10 range, Barrie and St. Catharines respectively. A cold start, temperatures moderating through the day, and in fact we will get back to seasonal temperatures, minus single digits, and then -3, -1, -2, -1, Toronto, Oshawa, Barrie, Hamilton, a much warmer trend. Friday, big storms actually elsewhere in North America. This could be a crippling ice storm, certainly a big impact storm for parts of Georgia and on up through Washington, D.C. Principally snow for the Maritimes. Travel delays with it. We get a clipper from the west, a dusting of snow Friday morning. A break Saturday, cold, another dusting on Sunday, and the potential of a more significant low for Monday. Monday, of course, is the Family Day holiday. So Friday morning, a little bit, weaker system, Sunday, and then Monday, that could be wet snow, and there's some warmer air. It could even be some freezing rain. That's Valentine's Day. Friday, dusting of snow for your Valentine. More on the snow.